Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games, the next part of the DEI Cimmeria Campaign. Here we are. Baktria is now at war with us. We're having some fun food problems, and I decided over the last over the last week that I'm going to demolish these buildings here. I don't need them. We're gonna convert. It's just consuming food that we don't need. So we're just gonna demolish everything. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if they're consuming food yet, but I'm going to demolish them because I realize I don't need a military outpost over here. Baktria is going to be dead. I have an ally right there, and if we consume this whole area region, there's going to be no threats over here, so we don't even need a military hub over on this side of the Empire. So following that, I'm not going to be too worried about it. We've sent the Roma Impersonators through Allied territory, or at least it's on the way. Honestly, it's called the Doppelgangers, but I'm going to rename it to the Impersonators, so I like that more. I just can't say Doppelgangers right now. Impersonators. So I think of like the Elvis Impersonators, you know? So yeah, we're going to send an army over there. I might keep an eye out demolishing some military buildings elsewhere that I might find, because I don't need them so super spread out at this point. I'm going to keep the armor, even though the armor does have some negatives, because I like the fact that it gives me, you know, bonus armor to my entire faction. I think that's a good thing. Right now we're still remodeling this area over here. Nissa's being conquered. We might as well... before I forget, I realize Baktria is sending an army over here to take Arctiquana. This army is very battered. It's not going to be held up very well, so we're going to have to forcibly recruit some troops. So we're going to have to recruit some mercenaries here. So I'm going to hire these guys. Now that we have elephants. They're just Indian mercenary elephants. They're war elephants, so they're not going to be too powerful, but they're going to be better than nothing. I'm going to upgrade these guys as armor. So that way they're strong, a little bit stronger. These mercenaries are getting a good deal out of this whole situation. So hopefully this army is going to be able to hold against whatever Baktria has to have. It's probably going to be a pretty strong army, so I might need to send reinforcements over as fast as possible. These guys here are chasing down this army of Sakura rockets. It's not looking like it's a very healthy army, so we should win pretty easily. But you know, we still have to view it. So we're still besieging this one. This one doesn't look like it has walls like other cities, capital cities do. So I keep forgetting that it has walls. See, how about over here? We can attack Marv, apparently. Let's attack. Apparently the game really thinks we're not going to win, but I think we're very easily going to win this battle. We don't have as many spearmen as our other armies do, but we have elephants, a decent cavalry contingent, and archers are really good. So I'm not really too concerned about winning this battle. It's just a matter of having to fight it out because the auto resolve doesn't agree with us. So, and I have no problem fighting things on my own. I usually do better than what the auto resolve can do. Looks like they chose to hold up. At least they didn't choose to march out into the field to attack us. So now we have several points of attack that we might want to push into. I'm going to focus on this flank here, because the capture point's right there anyways. I think I'm going to send most of my troops this way, but I'm going to send some of them here. Considering the gap, I'm going to send... Thracian footmen are not as good as my guys. I might as well sacrifice these guys for the cause. That's going to be the front line. Our archers are primarily going to be more over here. We're going to keep an eye out for where the enemy does have a decent cav advantage, so we're going to space out our troops, like our cavalry, to try and respond to it. Elephants are going to be over here. And we're going to have another contingent of units over here, because we might be able to push in that flank, but that one's going to be a little bit more of a chokehold, so it's going to be definitely slower. And I'm just going to I'm going to send these guys, the rest of the army, focused over here. Let's see, I'm going to give this flank a war elephant, though. Keep my general more over here. Baggage train there. We're good to go. If the enemy decides to try and push, looks like they might actually be trying to come out. So we're going to readjust our lines to accordingly. We're going to move our archers back to the safety into the safety of our back line here. Oops, minus you guys. Let's fix that real fast. And the enemy calves decided not to wait for us, so we're going to adjust how our troops are positioned. So we're going to prioritize with our archers. Oops, the archers need to make sure that everyone has a whole good position. We don't want to lose our lines. We want to make sure that we are focus firing the enemy's archers, specifically their cavalry archers. They attacked a brace spear unit, so I'm not expecting good things to happen to the enemy there. I'm going to send my guys around here to start dealing with them. We technically do have a flanking force now. It's not the best flanking force, but it is a flanking force. Where's my cav that I'd send it? I guess these guys went around here to attack these guys. Now that's actually the easier target for them. No surprise there. I'm not too surprised about that. I'm going to fall these guys back now. We don't want to get them to pull too far out of our lines. I'm going to have these guys change target to those archers here. We're going to adjust our lines a little bit here to make up for the current situation. We might as well start investing into their flank here. Alright, perfect. Alright. Let's keep focus firing the enemy's archer cav here. Make sure that they get peppered full of arrows. That's already shattered, so we don't need to even worry about that flank anymore. We're just going to charge in now with these guys. For some reason, the pathfinding has decided that they cannot go through that entrance. Okay. That's annoying, but fine, I guess. Apparently, let's see. That guy, I'm surprised, is holding on as well as he is, considering he's surrounded by 3 units. Where's my general, by the way? Oh, he's chasing routed troops. That's a bit of a waste of his time. Start investing him into the battle here. Our archers, I'm going to make sure they're focusing people who are still around. People that I want them to murder lies, you know. That's pretty important. Let's see, keep focus firing on the enemy's back line. The more we slaughter their backline, the less likely they'll be able to use it to react appropriately to what we're doing. These guys are eventually going to make it to their destination. Here's our general. Alright, so I'm going to start giving buffs to my troops. Like, I don't know why the AEC Creative Assembly, or I guess I should probably be divided para mod, gave these guys such weak garrisons. Maybe they were stronger if a player was using them, but the way the AI uses them, it's very easy to just chunk through because their melee troops are crap. And the horsemen, they don't properly use them, so it's like I might as well not have it at all. We have conquered. Victory is ours. Archers got a nice amount of kills. One thing that's nice is that Archers have no problems. My archers have no problem sniping their archers, since archers don't usually carry shields, and horsemen are usually lighter armored than even my archers are. So makes it so my archers' anti-archer tactics is very effective. Nips. If the AI was smarter, they would like give us the runaround and like run around and fire. That's also one reason why I focus them out with my archers too, is because my archers are the ones who can really, keep up with them effectively. My horsemen are slow. I would imagine are slower than their horse archers because they're lighter, because their horse archers are lighter than my guys. But who knows? You could tell which of my generals are on the older side because apparently, like this cab's been replaced by reform. So all my newer generals will be a different kind of cavalry general, one that's also a bit of an archer too. I guess taking after the steps instead of being the boss for noble cavalry that they are. So you can tell which ones of them were my OG boys. We have conquered another area. However, it does come with its own set of problems, as in consumes food. Which is not the best thing to do. People are already starving, but now we're adding more people to the problem. Once we take Amul, which actually we're not going to take Amul yet. Actually, I don't think Amul even has any friends, do they? No, they don't like me in Amul Daha, I guess the faction. But, we can murder them. And take this whole province for ourselves. It's not the end of the world, though. First, we have to wait a few turns for our food problems to start getting resolved, hopefully. Though this one's not going to affect the food problem. This one's going to make it worse. But demolishing that building, build this one getting finished, we'll add some food. Yeah, the food problem will get a little bit better, but I'm not sure. Honestly, Syria is where I want that building to finish. Large military colony actually increases banditry. That's kind of strange to me, but oh well. This is not going to be an easy fix to this problem. When can I make another edict? Let me check politics too, make sure nobody's about to rebel against me. It's pretty close to somebody losing out on, well, at least, like, I guess there's no zero chance of a civil war, apparently, but I'm surprised it's still 0% chance, considering how low some of these guys got, especially after I purged them. The Founder Grade nobility are getting bigger and getting bigger again. Apparently, I assume that they will probably start losing loyalty now that I'm at war with Rome. Well, they do hate barbarians, so they probably will like the fact that I am more with them. But apparently, it's only a negative thing, not a positive thing at all. So, oh well. Armies are now honestly getting kind of stalled because as they're fighting multiple battles and things. But they can't replenish because we're out of food. It's our war machine is effectively stalled out. I just have to be honest with them. We've been stalled out by lack of food. Nature has gotten in its way. Winter's probably going to make it even worse, I imagine. On the bright side, our things are getting bigger, and we might just have to turtle up for a few turns until our food-producing buildings starts building back up. It is just mildly inconvenient that we have to now deal with Baktria, too. I'm going to check to make sure all the edicts are properly going to importing food, because that's what we need, and importing food does not give us a lot. Not at all. The Articana is now under siege. Articana is going to be a hard one to face. We're unfortunately losing that army, but the traditions would still live on. So I believe even after the army is wiped out, we just need to reinstate the tradition. Pergamon, as it looks like they decided to change direction and they're actually going towards where Rome is instead of towards the east. Rome is the bigger threat, so it's perfectly understandable on their part. Tushpa is our capital, has governor in it. It'd be kind of funny if I could make a minor town the capital and be like, fuck all of you guys. That's our capital. Seleucia is still alive just based on their navy. And what's funny is in the original recording that I'd done, I forget why I had to redo it. I think it crashed or something happened. And what ended up happening was that but they got killed by Asgarza actually and finished them off. But I guess in this save that didn't happen to them. So they're still going just based on that navy. Sakuraka sends an agent to harass my people. Alright. And there's the Saba. They're not threatening us yet. Knossos, I'm not going to give you money for non-aggression pact. It's your own damn fault if you die. Since you're being a bit uppity. You're a bit small, Knossos, for trying to make demands of me. These guys are wishing to request peace. No, you have territory I want. I think. So I'm not going to accept peace. If they don't have territory I end up wanting, then I'll just subjugate them. Don't need to live free. They can live under my thumb. One thing I kind of wish is part of a problem with the subjugation. Sure, higher. We need agricultural reforms. I find funny how there's a rebellion about to happen when it's like, guys, you do realize that we're also starving. I'm thinking of sending this army to help liberate the situation over here. But I could also take Baktria if I really wanted to, too. It's a bit of an awkward conundrum we're in. I think I'm going to wait one more turn to finish off these before I attack. I could apparently auto-resolve it and still have about... But the problem is it only would give me like 69% chance of my troops being back. So that's a bit of a problem. I'm going to wait one more turn before I attack there. The food situation's still not very good. I'm going to build some aqueducts. Wish I could. Let's see. What if I build an Agora, what'd that get me again? Concert grounds is good for public order, but it doesn't do anything else, does it? Let's see. This one's not too useful for me right now, at least in this province. Shrine of Ares isn't too bad. Might as well just make a shrine to Athena, get some bonus research rate built up. Because right now, if I built an Agora, nothing too valuable would be... The supply pit's not too bad, honestly, but I don't really think I need anything else, though. Oops, cancel. Alright, I want that. There we go. We can't afford to upgrade any of our towns right now because that would immediately be causing us food problems. We can upgrade this one. It would further cause problems in public order, but public order is perfectly fine here for now. And would help with the banditry problem a little bit too. That's in Tush, but it's gone down significantly since I first started dealing with it, but it's still an issue. I can upgrade this. Perfect. That's going to be a little bit extra food in about 10 turns, though. So it's like, the problem may be resolved, people. It'll just take a while. Tempted. I think I'm going to... I might see. Does this affect public order? I remember I originally got this because it actually helped public order and made me a decent amount of money. But I think I might try and build this instead. Mostly because I need the food. Hopefully that helps a little bit. People are starving, my lord. What are we going to do about it? Let them eat bread. I think that's all we can really do this turn. There's nothing else we can upgrade, no matter how many times I flick through things to see what might be the cause for it. There is a rebellion I've seen over here. That's also causing us some problems. But I don't have an army to spare to deal with it, so I'll just have to hope that I can hold with the local garrison, or maybe an allied army will just pass by and be just fine. Where's my Roma doppelgangers? There they are, Roma doppelgangers. Keep on moving. We're going to attack. We're going to attack the Roman allies and on our way over. Antigone. Somebody apparently has. Oh. You. Apparently I cannot upgrade this because I don't have enough rank for it, which is unfortunate. Let me see if I can get anything else useful from you. Let's see, what about you? What do you build? Bonus tax rate. I will go for the administrator, and I'm going to go for all land units, local armies, but it's only local armies, so that's not really worth it to me. I like the banditry and public order bonus, though, from military governor. I'm going to go for bureaucrat. And then we'll see. Perfect. I like that. We do need to work on public order problems over here as well, so it's a bit of a situation. Where's this guy? Might as well start setting him scouting over here, because I'm thinking of making my next war effort over there, or one of them at least, not my next one. Let's see, what's the situation over here? Sakuraka has a very weak army there. You're kind of doing what you're doing. You and Tigani are over here. Where's Cleopatra? Cleopatra's over here. You're both deployed in the same region. I don't know if that actually helps. Where's another food producing region? That one produces some food. I think the next food producing region is over in Mada, so let's go over there. So I'm going to undeploy you. I'm going to move you to a different region by Gonzak. Perfect. There we go. Our armies may be starving, but I hope I can resolve the situation. Oh my god, I forgot to finish off that army there. You always forget something. I felt like I was forgetting something, but I didn't realize that I forgot that. Oh well, bit awkward, but we can live with that. Roma has yet to do anything after declaring war on us. Honestly, if our enemies, if we got declared on by more like Egypt right now, or by Scythia, we'd be in very big trouble right now. Just because of our, because I cannot build enough, it's like I cannot build enough armies. No, I'm not going to give you military access. Why would I do that? We're not even friends. Nah, I would never give you military access. Psh. You think I'm a fool? Unfortunately, that army of slew kids is actually enough to keep him going. It's like their agents are not going to stop causing me problems, but can't do anything about it, really. So many factions. Fortunately, it takes a few turns before I can start forcing my new conquered territories to give me food, because that's what we need most. We conquer. We should stop conquering areas where there's deserts, because if we need food, we should try taking places that actually are supposed to be good for farming, like Egypt. It's good for farming. Anatolia is good for farming. But we decided not to go to war with Pergamon. We decided to make them our best friends. So, yeah. I'm not going to pay you money. How many times do I have to tell you this, Gnosos? These guys, man, they think I'm going to just be friends with them for no reason. Well, hello there, Pontus. Or... No, these are rebel forces. Okay. I guess, like, there's a Pontian rebels? That looks like the Pontus flag. Strange to see them on my lands.
I dare not ask much for my people. Only a
I have no interest in you, weakling. I mean, I could honestly pay the money and it wouldn't be much to me, but it's a matter of principle, okay? Oh, there we go. Seleucids hopefully are now dead, since that navy's been taken out. Subversion. Rebellion in Marv has been put down. Alright, so let's take out this army before I forget again.
to victory! At once.
Let's just do balance stance. Simplest way to do it. Finish these guys off. I wonder if what's partially hurting my my food is the fact that so many armies are walking on my territory from my allies. I wonder if they're like eating my food, taking from my people. Let's see, where's my Roma doppelgangers? There, now that I've changed them to impersonators, now I can't help calling them but Roma doppelgangers. I don't know why, but apparently it happens way too often. I'm like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I keep calling it this name. I'm gonna change it to that name, and then I keep calling it the name that I changed it from that I couldn't remember when it was their name. And I'm like, what is going on here? So, let's see. Bonus wealth from livestock. I don't mind getting some wealth from livestock, but I don't really think that's what I need. This one's more wars. This is a little bit less wealth. This one's more of a... I like this one. I'm going to go wars courses. No, it makes it so I don't have any... I won't have any war horse. This is my... I don't think I can... I go for... I'm going to go for war horse corrals. Alright, let's just finish off Cath here. I'm going to quick save to make sure in case it crashes. Due to agent actions, 2 of our units are weakened for this battle. But the bright side, or I think even a weakened unit of ours can take out their guys in melee. I honestly like to look at this map. There's like wall of mountains in the back. And on the sides, it's definitely going to be a bit of a change of pace considered from what we already have. Hey, we have those same there's some cav that we can train. Alright, so let's get this party started, right? So I think we're going to just charge in on this side for the widest area. While it does mean that their cav can have the most advantage, it also means that we're not stuck in a little choke point. I think it'd be better to take the walls immediately as fast as possible and then push from there, personally. So using the widest stretch of wall to just take what we need, you know. And once we take one of the gates, we can charge in with our cav and just completely wreck face. So I'm gonna just get these guys in pairs. These guys are this is my anti-cav. I have an elephant. And I have a baggage train. Also, I'm going to try and putting my baggage train in front if possible. Start battle. The reason I'm trying to put my baggage train up front is I hope that they will... Battle ready and eager. Okay, now my baggage train is hopefully taking most of the shots from my actually important military troops. I'm starting investing my archers now. My elephant's ready over here in my cav, just in case the enemy starts doing some shenanigans. I'm gonna send these guys over here. Oops, what did I just do? There we go. Send these guys over here because I might be able to open this gate and allow them in. And if I don't, then they're at least close enough that I can bring them back in.
Ready for orders.
The baggage train's definitely taking the brunt of it, which is good. Alright, let's charge those archers to try and force them away from where they're trying to do. This siege tower is taking a lot of damage, so hopefully it makes it to its destination. I'm gonna fall back the baggage train. It's done its due diligence now. This is a very light unit. This is a very light cav too, though. So I should be able to deal with it no problem. Can't keep up with it, I mean. Perfect. Shattered that unit of cav that would dare come back out. Now our archers are able to fire up onto the enemy walls with impunity. Thankfully, there's not too much cover back here, so I can fire up and over and potentially do a lot more damage than I might have been able to do in a Hellenic city. The gate's technically open, but I know from experience that it's not actually open. I'd be stuck there, so I'm gonna have to wait. So the fire damage isn't too significant, so I think it should be able to hold. Let's see, where's our weakest point in our lines? It's probably gonna be this guy here. He's in the middle though, supported by allies. Hopefully, shouldn't be the end of the world. I'm gonna take group 4, and I'm actually gonna move it forward now. Make it so it's easier for them to fire effectively into the combat. Our elite Greek troops will be able to quite easily smash the enemy's weak-willed infantry. I think I'm going to start investing my elephants into the wall there, maybe the gate there while they're distracted, especially since there's not too much there to threaten me. They have their spearmen here, but my spearmen are going to be quite easily slaughtered by my Thracian Rumpoa warriors. I'm looking forward to this battle. Who's calling me? Hello? Probably spam. Might just be me, but I don't trust voices that sound like they're not American when they call me and they talk about this come from a company I'm supposed to be with. No, I'm supposed to know. May sound discrimination, but there's way too many spam and scam calls going out in the world, and I don't want to be a sucker. If I can avoid it. Yeah, they're finally starting to throw it. I was gonna be like, why aren't you throwing it? Archers are doing a really good job of slaughtering the enemy here with their hail of arrows. Alright, these guys, we've basically are about to take this section without any real competition here. The battle was always in our favor. If you thought otherwise, then you were a fool. Those towers have some mean range on them. Alright, they've been decapped, I think. No, the flag is still there, so it's not fully decapped yet. Can I get you guys to go like right there, and then I'll have you guys protect this flank. Let's see, how's it going on that doorway there? Alright, I've captured this. I'm going to start moving these guys around. I've captured it enough. I'm not going to bother fully capping it, especially with these guys being free, taking free shots on him. Victory. We only lost 193 men. Apparently about 60 of those were from towers. Archers got a nice amount of kills on them. These Scythian armored archers are really good. I like them. And of course, these guys started with like half strength, and they got 105 kills slaughtering people. And of course, our hoplites also did a pretty bang up job too. This is definitely an elite army. And that horse archers, I mean, our young, I think it's young Scythian riders, I think is what their cult name is. These guys did a nice job just smashing into that very light horse archers and just slaughtered them. Exactly what I got them for. I got them to be a fast anti-cav unit to complement this army, so that, instead of using spearmen for the job. And I definitely like it so far. I don't know how well they'll face against a very heavy cav. I think if they get charged head on, there might be a problem because of the weight class difference. But if these guys can charge them, or maybe not get charged too directly, it might be they probably would win because they have a nice anti-cav bonus. To occupy this territory. It's going to make our food situation a little bit odd. The fires of Hestois have now an upgrade. Let's see, tradition. I always like the Strategos spears for the campaign movement, so I'm going to go for that. I do like this. I'm reluctant to get any specifically spear armed unit bonuses because the fact that because my army is not mostly spears at this point. They're a bit varied. Let's see. Sakuraka's armies. They apparently have two big armies up here. Their capital is over here. Now, Kaith, we need to do some demolishing of buildings, to do some rebuilding, and see what we want to do. I'm thinking of demolishing this. I might rebuild it later on, but for now I'm going to demolish it. For that. So in about 6 turns, I'll fix my food problem. I want to see the event messages real fast. Unseasonal conditions. Subversion attempt. Tushpa, trespasser, Daha. No surprise there. Enemy army retreats. Construction report. We got a lot of food things finishing, but not a lot of... Our food did not really go up too much, so that's a bit of a problem. Slukids are now finally destroyed. Enemy army retreats. They might be trying to force a surrender, in which case we'd have to move this army from Marv south, but I'm reluctant to move out, especially with that enemy army right... that's not technically an enemy army, but that army of somebody not us being right there. Where is that agent? She's still making her way over to Gonzak, the Gonzak region. Maybe one more turn I should be able to deploy her, though. Let's see, you... I've used up your old turn. Importing food, importing food, importing food. You have an edict. I'm actually going to cancel your edict. I'm going to go over here. Find somewhere else to import food. Newly captured the bonus is cash. Does that mean provincial effects? It has early spring, income for different populace, as a rough land, base growth, farming, so good wealth. As bonus food in this region, apparently, which is very nice to have, so it makes it perfect for producing food. I like that. Exactly what we needed. Lands that are very good at making me food. I get the feeling that the AI might be trying to force a surrender on this army, which would suck. I mean, it's not a bad thing if they could do it, but it's also like, oh, why? you know what I mean? Why would you do this to me? Thought we were friends. Not really, but... Yeah, this food situation, man, though. Too many people, not enough food producing is basically what the problem is. Even though I've made a bunch of food producing stuff, the most I can make. Oh, they're attacking me. So, we're not going to be able to do it this episode. We're going to have to do it next episode. We're likely not going to be able to hold. Our army's just too battered. The garrison's completely wiped out from the fact that we just conquered this region. But we're gonna give it our best shot. Maybe we'll surprise. Maybe we'll get lucky. Who knows? Probably not, because of just how battered this army is. But it'll be unfortunate to lose this young general. But if you guys liked the video, press the like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.